get away with this crime. But after this whole stuff, after they are succeededly getting away with this crime, now conflict of interest will make them fight each other. They're not gonna be friends
Yes.
forever. They're gonna castigate each other. We are gonna still know what killed Mohbad. It's just a matter of time. They're gonna start exposing each other. They may not come out directly,
Because they can't.
but they will now be telling other people that this is the real thing that killed Mohbad, the real thing. I mean that if you hear that story, what killed Mohbad, you won't even doubt it. Unlike this script, this nonsense that they are telling us that doesn't even look straight. What killed this guy? If you hear it, you'll be well convinced that yes, it matched with the situation, with the circumstances that we have so far.
I don't know how long they think they can keep the secret. I
Africa.
don't know.
They won't keep it forever. I'm very sure.
And they are not even intelligent. They are not, even the people that wrote the script, they are not intelligent at all.
No matter how intelligent they are, can their darkness cover up the light? It's impossible.
At all. It's impossible.
See how they perfected Tupac's murder. See how they perfected it. But that blood, one day, the voice might not reach the surface of the earth and
After
the light
almost
rays of the
26
sun and
years.
moon. But in as much the blood keep shouting, hey, even if the killer was not being, was not being held responsible, the generation, it might be the children. And people that don't know anything will be saying, oh, why this person? How this has happened? They wouldn't know, they won't know that someone has perpetrated evil somewhere. That's why I used to pray.
Yes.
See, Emil, I never caused Liam. I never say anything bad about him because Lucky Dube said you can choose your friend. You cannot choose who you were related to. I would rather pray for the boy. I always pray that whoever do evil should carry his or her load. Whoever eats the fruit, tooth should ache. Not that he and his generation. No, I don't used to pray that kind of prayer because it's a very painful prayer. How could you say that someone that don't know anything about something should be, should now suffer as a result of what his or her parent has done? So let whoever sin, let him die. Let whoever sin die. So that's why I said I supported what you said the other time. They want to kill them. Well, but if they say the hangmen are not available, I don't see that as true. Because I believe there are still some soldiers in Sambisa that are still shooting Boko Haram.
No.
So,
soldiers are not hangmen. No, hangmen are different. There is their specialty. They have the way of doing it, taking them to the gallows, putting them up there, opening the gallows.
Soldiers can be converted.
No, soldiers can do firing squad, and of course nobody does firing squad worldwide.
Okay.
So the hangmen, they take them to. I've been to the prison in Nigeria to see the gallows. Yeah. So they open up the gallows, they put them in a step, they climb up the place, and then they just close it and it chokes them to death. So, but those hangmen are like. They are prison
pastors,
workers, but that is their own department. So those men, that was
of them now.
They're not having them because most people have, gone to become pastors and they're going to become
and philosophy. It's not easy,
and they don't pay them well. They are not paying them well.
Another wahala. So for him to have stand and take someone's life, and yet you are paying him a stipend, and you expected him to come again and watch someone struggling to death. Even if they are paying well himself, what about when he sleeps and he's saying some things? There will be some people that are innocent. Yes, there will be some people that are innocent, and they will bring them for hand.
You have seen a lot of things.
I've seen a lot.
I don't see.
I've seen a lot.
Papa, please. I would like to have some conversation with you privately, sir.
No.
Yeah.
Please.
No.
I mean,
No.
No.
part. Okay.
They
You
are
said,
only.
So many innocent people. They've
and
killed so many innocent people.
tell me how the spirit of those people will not be challenging them in the
I'm
truth.
telling you, how can you even watch somebody die? You will sleep and see the person now. You hear me?
Even the day, even even the day he died, the day he died, all of them will be waiting for him. You don't
But
come.
he wasn't the person that sentenced them. He was not the person that sentenced them.
It was one that
So,
But
killed
he
Ashanti.
carried.
eh?
It was in our
Don't you
90
don't you
now.
remember what Yoruba said? They said the person that steal a oil cannot be regarded as a thief. It's the person that helped him to collect it from the ground. Is the thief. The executioner is the heaviest weight now. Now they are not getting anybody to execute them. They are not getting anybody to hang them. Can you see? They are living. They are still living their life.
They
Even
are living,
innocent
but
part
you
of
can.
them. So had it been they got someone to hang them, both innocent and how do I both innocent and and the one that are not innocent will have been killed. So that's what I'm
You know,
trying to say, that the executioner is the major, not even the
it's
justice.
not
The
because
justice is
that is
just
his job.
That is church name. Was it Christian Praying Assembly, or what was the church name?
Was it
house
Zion or something?
No.
household
Everybody in the
of
live stream.
the house
What
of
is this?
faith
This Reverend King Church. What is the name?
ministry.
Is it Assembly of God or whatever?
No, it's not Assembly of God at
I
all.
just know that it have household of whatever ministry.
Okay, let me just check with my other phone.
If you put it on Google, it will bring it. I know
Now
the house of whatever was there.
they have more pastors that are committing more than what he even did, and they're not getting punished. In
So all
fact,
this happens, nobody to checkmate, nobody to challenge.
no
Just like a lawless
lawless
society.
society.
And you can see women walking around freely like a vampire on the streets.
Even having the guts to posing and showing off. I mean, what kind of
Even comes online to interact with
very
his
heartless human
with her
being?
team. With her team. So the only problem she's having with me now is her insistence not to tell us what happened. I'm not
Exactly.
saying she killed him, but just let us know. Why did Romeo died for Juliet?
The name of the church now Christian Praying Assembly. It's
Christian prayer and say, they have too many names.
So he died. You don't want to die. Okay. If it's of safety is shouldn't be the ground for which you don't want to tell us. At least there are so many ways to get her into safe haven, but she was not after safety in the first place. She was after covering up whichever
You know
matter
the good thing
transpired.
now, wherever she goes to in this world, even if she changed her name, people will still,
People
there
will
will be
know.
somebody
Oh
that
my
knows
God!
her.
Do you now know the worst part of it? There will be some people that will be after jungle justice.
Exactly.
I've had many people say that online.
It's
Many
true.
people that have vented their anger. Somebody
You
said
know,
yesterday, had it been she's a family member or she's a wife to her uncle. I don't want to say one another. Many people are out there that are not related to Mohbad, but are seriously, spitting fire.
this Mohbad's case is the reason why I begin to think that, yes, there's hope for Nigeria. There's really great
Sure,
hope. The way
we
people
still have
came
some good
out,
people around. We still
yes,
have some
people
good
came
people.
out to condemn this thing that happened.
Yes.
Because with the way things were going, people they just kill people and they get away with it, and they come out with flashy cars and they are boasting, bragging about. You don't have a
I'm telling
cogent
you,
business.
I
no
use my tongue.
business, no job,
I,
and you are coming out bragging about.
I use my tongue to voted this government. And in my lifetime, I've never been fooled that way. I've never been fooled that way because I later started discovering so many things. Is it that of the crude oil, the crude oil saga between NNPCs and Dangote? When you come out to undermine the product of someone that have invested so much in your country, no matter what the avenue you might have got the money. Do you know how many people working there? Do you know how many countries that want to come and buy the product? And you now
Exactly.
undermine that product for an inferior thing you are bringing from another country, and we have a president out there that cannot send for that individual to be arrested.
I don't know why they are all of them that Buhari did the same. Now it's Tinubu's time. Nobody is doing anything to the NNPC guy, the Kiari.
Oh my God! So
Under Kiari, NNPC
which
has
means which means everyone should be ready to channel their energy towards outrooting, uprooting, and sending away the system we are having because it's not working for us.
because look
Because
at
it's
that's
not.
that
I
in fact
convinced
that's
many
the
people to vote it. I'm telling you.
Thanks. You see, listen to the things this way. If it's gonna be by election, it will be hard to redeem this
to be
country.
hard.
Papa, don't
Revolution
say that.
is
Papa, don't say that.
that's
It will
not
be
Remember,
hard
revolution.
Jonathan was sent out. You remember?
because
Jonathan
Jonathan
was
didn't
sent
want to
out.
didn't
Jonathan is
want
not
to
the way now.
stay
Do
there.
you see Jonathan as a?
So
You see, this is the thing
if
that we are saying.
if
You guys,
ready,
Exactly.
okay? I mean, they know who to bring. Why are you not talking about your own self? Okay, we keep trusting on some persons that at the end of the day they take us far, far behind. Didn't you
food.
see how many people were killing Jonathan's regime? And he was just there, so quiet about everything. He was there like he wasn't even there. Come on now.
Election
The same
cannot help.
thing. The
The
same thing.
election cannot help us.
If we have come to realize that a lot of things is wrong, then let Nigerians let them put themselves up and then declare the fate of the country and then go in for whatever that is going to bring sanity to the country. This is what they should be talking about. But everybody making candidate, this one Showore, this one Peter Obi, and this one that one. You will be shocked that they will leave you behind. They will leave you behind.
Exactly. Once they get
These
there, they
guys,
forget you.
I mean, we don't know their desperation. Why they want to become, why they want to have power at all costs. You'll be shocked. Me, I don't see me. I'd rather talk about myself than talking about one other any person. I'd rather talk about my own self and tell you the solution. Things I will do if I'm president of this country. But I will not stay here as another man be telling you that let us all go behind this person. Somebody who, even on a good day, I don't know his discipline. I don't know whether this person can die. Look at Mohbad case. How many of them do you see? How many of them you see? They all
That's
care about their
another thing.
political,
Yeah.
they care about their political career. The
They
same way
are
they
all
will get there.
quiet.
The same way they will be there, and they'll be working for their second term. They will be there first term. Oh. They will say, I don't want to risk my second term. They are businessmen.
They are all after their own interest, personal interest,
I'm telling you.
not for anybody.
I'm telling
So
you. They don't want to risk anything. We who are here, we are risking our political career, right? But they don't want to risk it. And they are the
no,
one that
they
you
don't
want me
want
to
to.
go and be piling behind. I'll be piling behind them. I beg. Let me read the case of Reverend King. I found that case fascinating. Now, journey into prison, Reverend King. Reverend King, as fondly called by his disciple, first, his name is, let me read, yeah. His name is Ugo. Abi? No. What is this? What is
His name
this?
should be that name because I know he's from Delta
No.
North.
Let me check on my laptop from there. I don't want to go into so his name is it says Chukwuemeka Ezogu, simply known as Sobriquet Reverend King is a Christian preacher from Anambra State, southeast Nigeria. In 2006, he rose to nationwide recognition following the murder of a church member, Uzo. Ann Uzo. He was subsequently sentenced to death in January 2007, and his conviction was upheld by the Supreme Court of Nigeria on 26 February 2016. So his name is Chukwuemeka.
So I was thinking, I thought it was from Asaba. I didn't know it was from Anambra.
He's from Anambra State. So it's a story that me I care about. It's fascinating. So journey into prison. Reverend King, as fondly called by his disciple, was arraigned at the Lagos High Court, Ikeja, on September 26, 2006, on 6 counts of murder of a member of his church, Ann Uzo, and the attempted murder of 5 other persons. The cleric was said to have poured petrol on the deceased, 5 others, and set them ablaze. On July 22nd, 2006, for allegedly committing, he poured petrol on them, set them ablaze, for allegedly committing fornication. That's the lady that was killed. Uzo was said to have died on August 2, 2006 from the injuries she sustained from the burns. In a judgment delivered on January 11, 2007, the then trial judge, Justice Olubunmi Oyewole, convicted King and sentenced him to 20 years imprisonment on each of the 5 count and a death sentence for murder. The cleric challenged the judgment at the Court of Appeal, but lost after the appellate court upheld the decision of the trial court. Not satisfied, he approached the Supreme Court, but on February 26, the apex court affirmed, that is the top court, that's the Supreme Court, affirmed the judgment of the Lagos High Court and the Court of Appeal. The gory nature of King's action left the public in shock, so much so that the late Justice Sylvester Ngwota of the Supreme Court, who read the lead judgment on behalf of the 5-man bench led by a former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onoge, described the facts of the case as one that could have been lifted from a horror film. The prosecution case was that the appellant accused 6 of his people of immoral behavior. He called them together, beat each of them with many hard objects, and after the beating, he assembled them downstairs, made them kneel down, and he caused petrol to be poured on them and a struck match thrown on them. They all sustained various degrees of burns, while 5 of them escaped. The 6th of them, who later died, sustained 65% degree burnt. You can imagine her last day in the hospital. Before I continue, you see, these are the things that we have been saying about people trusting men of God. How can you be beaten with hard objects, tied?
And you still there.
And then pour petrol on you, and then they throw match on you. You see, I said this thing is a disease. It's a disease. Religion is a disease.
It's worse than a disease.
It makes you lose your sense. Yeah.
They lost their sense. It's worse than a disease.
They lost their sense. This is the same way. The same way right now in this case of Mohbad. People are bringing emotion because Joseph Aloba is the father of Mohbad. He cannot mean bad for Mohbad. Do you know his relationship with Mohbad when Mohbad was alive? Somebody that Mohbad told that you have to go and fuck your ex-wife before I'm going to give you any money. Okay? Somebody that before he can take money from Mohbad, he has to go through Mohbad mother. Do you think he was happy?
No.
Do you think he was happy? He would have felt maltreated. Somebody that
Yes.
Mohbad told that he bought land. When he called for a meeting, they went, and Mohbad said Mohbad didn't even answer him. of him even supporting them. Are you sure that the way he thinks is the way you think? Are you sure you are him? When we
The
are saying
thing
let us
though,
investigate this crime 100% and see how this thing happened, you guys begin to bring different excuses. The father, 10 years, I know, see, mommy, daddy, I am sorry. All those things, you never know where all those hearts are coming from. Maybe it was the day Mohbad wake up on the good side of his bed and said, let me just sing this. It is the way this justice is going that you understand that this father mean well or doesn't mean well. How can you
I
just wake up and take this case, go and hang it in the hand of some people? Baba Mohbad is the one that lost his son. Muyiwa Gures, they never lost his son. How can you, as an adult, as a church, a man of God, how can you put a case so much in their hand and you say you trust them?
he hasn't even seen the Muiwa. He hasn't seen him.
Just imagine.
How Muiwa doesn't know Mohbad. Papa Mohbad has not seen Muiwa.
It's unbelievable how people can queue behind him and say Baba is doing the right thing. Don't talk about Baba. They have planned it well because they know that they don't want to give Baba Mohbad a bad name. So they know if Baba Mohbad was alone in this case, okay, the man would have been forced to go do things that the public want. So now they want to excuse him out. They say, Baba, okay, you don't worry. You just tell the public that you cannot read and write, so that through another person we will satisfy the public. You
I
understand?
think that Muiwa should be investigated because I'm very much sure that he was hired to.
I'm telling you, that's what I see. It's all.
I'm very sure.
It is all. I mean, to whoever is smart, whoever have brain to think, you can understand that this all is a game. Whenever we come here, we analyze, we ask questions. They will go look for something close to what we have asked, and then see
Yes.
whether we are babies to see whether we will fall for it. Look at what they are bringing in Punch publication, and they are happy. They are celebrating this thing, the thing that they have done the best. Autopsy that we have been
That's
talking
the
about.
thing.
They manage. The government give them autopsy because we have been saying that they don't give them autopsy. It will be a very good reason for them to request back for the inquest. Then now the government have been hearing it is our cry that is even making this case even still stand.
They
Our
would have
cry,
settled
they are
that. They
watching
would have
us.
settled for long.
Exactly. It's because we are here holding so strong and analyzing. Our analysis is getting to their skull.
Yes.
It's getting to their hypothalamus. They can't get away with it.
Yes.
And they know that very well in their head. That's why they give them autopsy. Not because the family, they have rejected the family autopsy when those ones rejected. They have rejected them. But later on, when we further analyze that if they don't give them autopsy, it should be a good reason because it means something is hidden. Then they now give them autopsy. And now they are celebrating. You have not even done autopsy just because they give you are celebrating. You say you are winning. What a win.
You winning. You have the result is not out, and you already claim to be winning.
It's a small win. It's a small win.
You see the Mohbad case, it's an example of what is happening in the Nigerian communities.
Even in Africa,
exactly. The way people are so brainwashed that they don't have the senses anymore to ask questions.
Lady Judah. That's why, Lady Lion of Judah, or what you call your name? Is it
Lion of the tribe of Judah.
Okay, Lady Lion of the tribe of Judah. You know what? That's why sometimes I tell people, right? Scammers, Yahoo boys, all those online scammers, they're not even using fetish. They are using their brain, their common sense to scam people.
Yes.
Okay. Their brain, people are so brainwashed. Okay, they are so emotional. You can use religion to scam them. Just speak to them in the name of God.
Oh yes.
And just add more emotion, cry, even just they will fall for it. Before you know, they will empty their pocket for you, and they will begin to cry. They will say that you have used them, you have scammed them. Look at what Baba Mohbad is doing right now.
They have too many ways
Mohbad is a scam. How would they know? How would they know? Because they don't allow their brain to function to ask questions. It is true questions that you ask this man that will make you know where he belongs. How can he just take a case and hang it on the hand of Muyiwa? And
He doesn't even know him.
And we'll be suggesting to Muyiwa what to be done. Muyiwa will be playing us game. Muyiwa will be saying that he's a spokesperson, that he's a mouthpiece of the man. Whatever he said is the final. Yeah? Are you the one that lost your son?
If you have anything, you go to Baba Mohbad, he will tell you, go and see Muyiwa.
And they wanted to even give them a lawyer. Buki wanted to give them a lawyer. They rejected it. Muyiwa rejected it. And according to Buki said Muyiwa told the lawyer that they have, that's Odumosu, to go and convince Baba to settle out of the court. And it's the same this lawyer that is running the DNA matter. How are you sure this lawyer will not settle DNA matter out of the court?
Exactly. Because the lawyer is a human being too. He's seeing that the family, they are not ready for justice. So he should as well just collect his money and settle them out of court.
And that's why this country is not getting better, because we are moving one step ahead. Some are taking us like 100 steps behind.
I said, you will see people.
They pile up behind Joseph Aloba right now. They think that anybody who cannot speak about Joseph Aloba well, that the person cannot say what is right about Just for Mohbad. They think for you to be in Just for Mohbad, you have to be pampering Joseph Aloba, saying nice things that makes the man look so well. None of his children, none of his church member can even stand up and fight with him. A lot is wrong. People knew that a lot is wrong.
It's very wrong. Because that was the first thing I asked. I said, where are the church members? Because if anything should happen to my pastor now, we will all be behind him. So where are the church members? Are they also dumb? We haven't seen anyone that, I mean, most of the church in like in Nigeria, where they would have come out and be praying all night and be shouting.
I'm telling you, if
they will be seeing them.
Further, you will see that the reasons why Adura or blessings are not joining their father, you may be shocked that the reason is valid. You may be shocked that is valid. I'm telling you. You know, we are just looking at things from one side. We are judging from the side of the father alone. Okay? But if we are privileged to know what happened on the ground, don't forget when we said that the same day Mohbad died, that Baba approached the lawyer that can I have everything now, like so I can make division. That's the day Mohbad died. I don't know how to. Yes, I don't know how to. Is that Wumi said it? Wumi said that the reason why Baba is angry is that the day Baba came there, Baba approached the lawyer that he wants to have all Mohbad property, everything should come under his care, so he can do the needful. Now that Mohbad has died, and that the lawyer denied. The lawyer said no, Mohbad has a child. So Baba and the lawyer, they fell out. So they have disagreement. So yeah.
But we're not sure of that report, how genuine it is. We're not sure.
I mean, they are all saying things. That's Wumi Onsha. We don't know. But Baba is slowly, right? Baba is proving some things that Wumi have said. Things like Wumi said something. Wumi said that Nigerians, you guys don't know that Baba Mohbad. You don't know that Baba. If you know that Baba Mohbad, you will not see this in your saying. Yeah. That Baba is
I understand you.
You guys don't know that man. You don't know that man.
Haven't you heard me castigating him today? I've
With where we are
castigated him
right
severally.
It's like
But
Baba
with
Mohbad.
what you said,
I'm telling you.
No, I've castigated him here, but with what you said now, I know it's coming from Wumi, but Adibi, I always say that anything Wumi have said to defend herself and not being said in the inquest, you should know that it's a total lie. For
it might not be lie because Mr. Aloba has not come out to debunk it.
Women lie a lot. You cannot even stand on what women lie a lot.
How would you have something to defend yourself and you get to a place to use it and you throw it aside? Is it possible?
I don't think women can use that. That is not. They won't even let her talk about that in the inquest because I mean they are talking about what killed Mohbad and you are talking about why the father is angry. It was in a conversation whereby women wanted to tell the reason why the father is angry at her. Okay, I mean,
but she brought that placenta case in the court at the inquest. She
would have brought out that as well.
Brought out the lawyer too. Maybe she just didn't want to talk about the lawyer. She doesn't want to like implicate the lawyer.
Anything she didn't. Anything she said.
Wumi is not trustable. I can't trust Wumi.
It's not anything she says.
Yeah, she lies too much
about anybody, about herself. Don't trust her.
She
don't
lies
even use
too much.
it against anybody.
She's the one that
I'm not. I'm not Baba fan, but whenever anything comes up and I see that
you are valid.
cooked up, I always go against it and no, don't let us put it that
I've,
way. It
I've
might be
never
cooked up
seen a
against him.
young child that can be this, that can lie to this extent of Wumi. She must have done more terrible things in the past that people don't know about. So in a sane society, they would have investigated her a lot if she is an undercover or if they use her to commit other atrocities. Because if she can do this to her loved one, tell me what she's capable of doing to a stranger.
Or someone she has a grudge with.
Yeah. So she's somebody of interest that should be investigated thoroughly. Because there might be so many of them in the society, not
Yeah.
just Lagos alone. They might be all over.
There are
Because
so
I
many
remember
things.
there was one guy that came out early on Ada Universe. That was the earlier time that said when he saw the name Cynthia Wumi, and then he remembered the girl that was his called girl that they brought to him in his hotel room. And then when he left, Wumi took his address. He never knew that he said Wumi would come look for him. This guy said Wumi did not collect money from him for the 3 days that they stayed together in the hotel. Wumi did not collect money. He asked her, how much do I pay you?
This
Wumi
they
said,
say or they knock, did they knock or they didn't knock?
they were knocking seriously
Mass
for
boost.
3
Left and right.
days.
Angry.
So this guy was talking and shaking because he got really scared. So he said, after the 3 days, okay, how much do I pay you? Wumi said, Wumi opened up her account. I said, do you see how much that is here? Do you think it's because of money I came here?
Love.
So this guy was shocked when he saw the money in Wumi's account.
Again, women might be using them to renew her power.
Yes, that was why the guy was shaking. This guy lives in Delta. He said one night, one day, Wumi called him and said, oh, I'm coming to come see you in Delta. So he said, okay, you have to leave early, or if you want to take the flight, this is how you go about it. This is where the airport is. I can call. Once you land, I'll come pick you up at the airport. Wumi didn't come until 10 p.m. He said when Wumi came, he said that night he has never seen something like this. Wumi came with an Okada. So they called him from the gate. So he went there to pay the Okada man. He said he was surprised and asked her, why are you coming in? Where are you coming from this night? He said, Wumi said, forget about it. So he said he didn't touch her that night. So he was just looking at her. He said she started praying. So he was shocked. Olosho self, they pray. So he said she prayed and was praying. He said before you know it, she now slept off. Then in less than 3 hours, she woke up. He said he could not sleep. She woke up and it was like nothing ever happened. He said this was a girl that came like drowsy. He said she was just clear. He said that in the morning she left. So we said, okay, maybe she came to collect specimen from you.
Spoke the next morning.
No, the guy said he was scared. So he didn't do anything. So Wumi got angry and left.
From Lagos down to Delta.
Down to Delta.
Nigeria. Transformer Ogal. Distributor. Now everybody go chop breakfast.
But nobody knows whether that was true or not.
The guy was shaking. He said because when he saw the
knows
name,
whether the guy was lying or was another person. Nothing to confirm such reports. But
to see
there's possibility
somebody that
yes
to meet your middle name and your first name together is very hard.
It's impossible.
You can see somebody that bears your first name and your last name, but to see somebody that bears your middle name and your first name it's not that easy. And that was why the guy started following the case, and he was shaking because somebody in the forum threatened him that day that, oh, they have collected your this thing to to do juju. So yeah, if you have all that kind of money and you don't take money from the men, then definitely there's something you are taking from them.
All she has taken from them, now how is that helping her?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
We don't know how this case. Well, we pray that